All right, hello everyone. Just back from the All Ford swap meet in Columbus, Ohio. Last time I went was probably, my kid is 17, probably 15 or 16 years ago. And let me tell you, it has shrunk. We used to be in like 3 or 4 buildings, plus a whole big area outside. Yeah, it's all in one building except for the car corral, which is outside, which, damn it, I forgot to check that out. Anyways, scored some stuff. Uh, Went down with not anything specific in mind. Just figured I'd find some stuff I could use, some stuff I'll eventually need. And I did. Found some cool stuff. First up, found a couple Holley rebuild kits for double pumpers for side job I'm working on. And a couple, 2 of these I'm redoing. And I scored these original chrome tips. These are 71 Torino Cobra, but Ford also used these on the 72 Gran Torino Sports with the dual exhaust. My 4-speed car, which was a low mile original car, still had them on it. They were crusty, but they still had the part number. This is a used set, not reproductions, but they're pretty decent condition. Hell, could even have them re-chromed if I want, but they kind of match the condition of the car, so that's perfect. There was someone that on the Torino Ranchero, one of the Torino Ranchero pages needed a 2-speed wiper switch. Pick this one up. Too lazy to go through my tote of electrical stuff. I found one and picked that up for him. So if anybody remembers who that was, I got a switch. If he doesn't need it, I'll just toss it in my tote. Pick this up. This is a correct mounting gasket for a 4300 carburetor on a Cleveland. It's actually got metal in the middle with the paper gasket on each side. This one has not been used. The Felpro ones, I think I found the last 2 Felpro ones on the planet like a month or so ago, and I bought those. Felpro's been out of stock on these since summer of last year. End of summer, beginning of fall, all of a sudden everyone started showing they had them in stock. O'Reilly's, National Parts Depot, everybody. Well, guess what? They had the right package. That Felpro package had the wrong gasket in it, and they have not made a run since. So trying to find this correct, and if you're running a stock intake, you need this correct gasket, because there is actually, unless you block off the exhaust crossover ports in the heads, there's a channel in the intake manifold that the exhaust gases cross over. So you really need this. Plus, this gasket comes further forward and covers more area than the standard Holley 4-hole gasket. What else did I get? Found a Moog Pitman arm for a 72 and up with a Ford box. So I grabbed that. $20. Couldn't pass it up. You can't get these anymore. Nothing's available, and if you do happen to find one, they want outrageous money for them. So don't think that this car necessarily needs one, but you know what? You grab what you can when it's out there, especially when it's only $20. Picked up a Kick-Ass t-shirt, Holman Moody shirt, and yes, they make it in triple fat. And what else did I get? Oh, I got this. Same booth that had the tips, they had these flags. They had different ones. I just had to have this one. just had to have it. So it will go kind of right here. It'll cover up all this trim. But yeah, that's going to go right there. And then I have a Torino brother that is in need of a fan shroud. And he found one. And the guy wanted outrageous, crazy money for it. Like, I think over $100. So this one is for a 79, but it is the same. It's basically the same except for the D9 part number, so it will work. These are slotted on the older versions. Big deal. You know what? If you need to slot it, you slot it yourself and you're good to go. For $15, you can't beat it. So I will get this boxed up and get this shipped off to Pete and for his project. And never fail. Give me a little bit of time and I will score you some parts. So that's about it. Nothing else. Oh, where I got the exhaust tips and this from, they gave me this cool prime bag to carry my stuff in, which was actually pretty damn nice. Oh, and the other thing I got the exhaust heat shield, but it is for I believe a 73 two-barrel Cleveland. So wasn't sure when I grabbed it. It was clean. It was the outer piece is not all rusty, and the inner piece. So it's both pieces. So this, I don't know if it's just going to go in my stash or I'll put it up on Marketplace or eBay or something, you know, and just recoup my money on it. All I want is what I paid for it. And other than that, I got nothing else. The one thing I'm going to check is there's my original Rusty Krusty. And it's pretty close to the same damn size as the Boss 302 one that's reproduced. So one of these days, if I'm thinking about it and I'm going to National Parts Depot for something else, I'm going to throw this in the truck with me and take it down and we're going to do a comparison. Not that I'm going to put it on, but it would be nice to have, just to have for, you know, so the car is complete. But it's not going on because that is why the exhaust manifolds crack, because it keeps all the heat in and causes the exhaust manifold to crack between the exhaust ports. So other than that, nothing else. Gonna get back to putting the car back together. Oh yeah, and I did stop at MPD on the way home. Had the gas tank out because I'm getting some serious vacuum action going on, and this vent was plugged pretty damn nasty. So they reproduced this. I grabbed one. I'm gonna put that in, put the tank back in the car, put it back together. And the other thing I picked up, this is just for future probable usage, is right now the carb I'm running on this is off of a 428 Cobra Jet, and the original throttle plate has no provision for PCV because they use something like this. Well, so did the 1972 N-Code 429s. They also use this, and there's a paper gasket that goes on both sides. This is reproduced, and actually it's pretty cheap. So I'm going to take and put the original throttle plate back on the carburetor eventually, one of these days, and use this. So this is just not necessarily for this. Maybe it is, but you know, this will go. What do I do with the damn envelope? This will just go up on the shelf for later. So a lot of goodies bought. Some other cool stuff there. Nothing I really needed. That was there. There was some stuff that would have been nice to grab, but just didn't feel like dropping the cash on it. So anyways, that's it. Today's rundown. Running back to Columbus from Detroit area. roughly 450-mile round trip in the old F-150. And she handled it like a champ. So, have a great rest of the weekend. I'm going to get to work on this with the fuel tank, get that back together, and, get it back down on the ground so it's drivable. Awesome. Later.